Hello there, this is Lisa from lisamw.com. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been visiting before. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am actually going to do a transmission from Mary Magdalene. I have no idea what she's going to say, but I was in the middle of doing a meditation, and she came and she said, I have some things to share. And so let's just do that. I'm going to close my eyes when I do this, and I'll let you know if it's me, Lisa, speaking, or if it's her, if it's Mary Magdalene. I hear you. Prince also would like to blend his energies with Mary Magdalene. So we're going to thank you. We're going to invite him into this energy. If you don't know yet, I have actually been bringing Prince through in his highest vibrational form since he passed into the other world. So his energy is, I love his energy, and it's beautiful, and it has so much joy to it. So I'll bring Prince through, and I'll bring Mary Magdalene through, and they tell me that they're going to speak as one voice, and if they separate out, I'll certainly let you know. Okay, I don't know what we're going to say. Let's just go and see what happens. Okay. Greetings to all of you. Thank you for being willing to sit with us today and talk about some things that we want to bring to your attention. The very first thing that we would like to say to you, and when we say we are actually speaking of Mary Magdalene and Prince and his ascended state, but we are also echoing the sentiments of all high vibrational beings when we bring this message through. So it is not only us, but those who stand with us in this energy. So the message that we would like to share with you today is that, I mean, it's something that you probably already know, but we're going to say it anyway. There is no solution in anger meeting anger. There is no solution there. There is only two mismatched vibrations. And when we say anger meeting anger, we're talking about, for example, when someone casually throws words towards a group of people. Of course, that group would certainly be upset. We want you to look at it from a different perspective. We want you to look at it, instead of somebody whipping something toward you and you being a sponge and taking it in. What if you had around you this beautiful energy of love, and that energy of anger just can't make its way through, and so you emanate out that love. Instead of meeting the anger with anger, you meet the anger with love. In no way are we saying take abuse, take cruelty, in no way. What we are saying is hold the energy of love as a force field around you at all times, so that will sort of turn the energy back around. And as you do this, as you are able to hold that energy even longer and stronger, the more impact it will have on others around you. You may know that the vibration of anger masks deep pain. And so we want you to understand that when that anger is being thrown out at someone else, at a group of people, underneath it is pain. Love transmutes pain. The pain can be transmuted, but if you meet anger with anger and pain with pain, then it reverberates out further and further and further into the world, which in turn turns up more anger and fear and anger. And there's so much of that around in your world. If you are listening to this in any way, shape, or form, you have the ability to impact your world with that almost force field of love, so that it can return the anger. And we're not saying like, have the arrows turn around and fling them back at that person, but just turn the anger away. Meet it with love. Now, love can look like a few different things. Love can certainly look like this and no further, right? Love can be a boundary. Love can be, I will not accept that behavior from you, right? You can be angry when you say it, but if you share that boundary with love, maybe not love for that person, but just generally that love vibration. And really, if you think about it, the love vibration is for you, okay? You don't have to love the other person, you love you. So if you are able to stand in the energy of, I love and care for myself, and by doing so, I emanate that love and that caring out to others. And that love force field impacts others. All of your energies impact others. You are impacted by their energies. And sometimes you are really impacted in ways that interfere with your life. We're telling you that if you are able to just create that space around you, and fill that space with the love of Creator, with the divine love, with love you have for yourself, with love you have for those who are most dear to your hearts. Put that all in that space. And know that that space is around you all the time. And as you walk through the world, when you get these flings of anger or sadness or whatever, know that that love can transmute it, just transmutes it. But if you meet it back with anger, okay, anger and pain, then nothing's getting transmuted, and that's what's going out into the world. There are many who only know what they feel and they want and what they don't have, and they're constantly seeking to get that from elsewhere, shall we say, to get that from elsewhere. And the piece of that we want to share with you, first of all, is to have compassion for the piece of that being who feels lost. They are not lost, but they feel lost. And so they're enacting that loss in a much larger form. When we say compassion, let us again go to remind you, it doesn't mean you have to love them person to person. That doesn't mean you have to forgive them if they've done something awful to you, okay? And that doesn't excuse them from any behavior at all. Their soul is responsible for the consequences of their choices, as yours is. So we would say to you, if you can hold them in a space of compassion, as you stand in your love for yourself, and then look at, what does that love for self mean? What does that ask me to do in this situation? What does love for myself and compassion for another ask me to do, okay, in that situation? So our message today is about really holding that love vibration within yourself so that it creates that beautiful bubble. And remember, you can bring in anything you want into that bubble. And then you emanate that out into the world. Every day, at every moment, you are beaming that energy out into the world. What impact would it have if others did that? If others understood that you cannot fight, you cannot meet anger with anger. You can only meet anger with love. And that's the only way out. Love for self first. Okay? So give that some thought. And we would be curious to see what you have to say about that message, but we didn't want to belabor it. We think that you get it. Thank you for showing up. Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah, you know, you can't transmute anger unless it's met with love. I believe that. And as a full and complete Libra, I see all the sides of all the sides. So I can look at someone, let's just take Donald Trump, and I see the pain, I see the sadness, I see all of that. And so when I look at his actions, I know where that comes from. You probably do too. I know where that comes from. What pain causes that? And yet, as Mary and Prince said, he's not free of the consequences of that, regardless if his behavior came from pain or anger or abandonment, whatever. He's not free of those consequences. We all have to do our work. And so if his soul is choosing this path, and I use him just because everybody kind of knows who he is and what the deal is. If he's choosing that path, then he has something to learn from it. Otherwise, he wouldn't choose it. Think about it in your own life and the path that you choose. And even if you think you don't really get to choose that path, you do. On some level, you do. And so you can ask, what am I here to get from this path? And can I be more conscious about how I get that? You know, if you're seeking adoration, you know, do you need to set up huge rallies and get people stirred up to feel that? Or is there a different way to feel that same adoration? We all don't have the opportunity to go to rallies for ourselves. But you get my point, I hope. Okay, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. And if you like this, please share it and subscribe in the little red button below and leave a comment. I would like to hear what you have to say about this. I know this was kind of different. And actually, this is what I do quite a bit. Is bring messages through from my higher self, from my goddess self, from divine beings who are meet me on the vibration where I can hang out and share their message. So thanks again. Have a good day. See you now. Bye.